go ahead and just put your hands together and say hello to my friend Tambrien. Tam.
Hey, good morning. My name is Tambrien Bates. I am, as Colonel Potter said, Tambrien Bates. I'm the head cook and bottle washer for Sofwerx here locally in Ybor City. For those of you that are unaware, am I going to work? Not working? Not up. That's all right. I'll keep going. All right, so let me back up here. All right, so again, my name is Tambrien Bates. I'm the head cook and bottle washer over here at Sofwerx in Ybor City. Hopefully most of you have heard about Sofwerx. For those of you that have not, Sofwerx a couple of years ago was formed under a partnership intermediary agreement between our company, the Doolittle Institute, who is a 501c3 here in Florida, and the United States Special Operations Command. And what that partnership intermediary agreement allows to occur is for us to be stood up as public-facing emissaries on SOCOM's behalf. So when you leave here today, I want you to think about Sofwerx as being a platform designed to increase collaboration and innovation for the warfighter. And what's really important about that word platform is not only is it part of our charter, but if you think about the things that are most provocative in today's society, you know, the world's largest hotelier owns no hotels, world's largest cab company, no cabs, world's largest retailer, no brick and mortar. What do they really own? And what they really own are platforms. And so that's the in-state goal of Sofwerx, is to really solve challenging warfighter problems at scale via our platform. The second bullet is really about rapid prototyping, or what we like to call proof of theory, proof of concept. And so the philosophy for us is to have a very high iteration rate, but a low iteration cost. And so we put out a lot of bets very quickly and cheaply, and the idea is that then SOCOM can come in and double down where they think the juice is worth the squeeze. And what I wanted to place a little emphasis on is a misnomer. It's not about the 20 of us doing things. It's really everything that we do is at the behest of SOCOM. So they decide who and what and when, and I think that's really powerful and an imperative for what we do. So who all's involved? So under that partnership intermediary agreement I was telling you about, our job is really own, operate, manage, implement, maintain the facilities, the philosophies, the brand, and the reputation. But it's not just about us. Our job is keeping all the plates spinning in the air. It's really a bigger tent philosophy that has a lot of our embedded SOCOM counterparts. We've got a lot of interagency interest as well. We've got some embedded folks from our interagency groups, such as the NGA. We've got a lot of industry partners, such as yourselves, that come and go based on their incentivization curves. But we also have a very unique fellows program. And so what the Fellows Program allows to occur is that under a cooperative research and development agreement between companies and US SOCOM, their engineers can actually sit in our space and work on SOCOM or Sofwerx challenges. So that's a very unique program for consideration. We do have some ongoing discussions and agreements with FFRDCs and labs, as well as academics and interns. So in our intern program, we have a huge important relationship with USF here locally. And so to the degree that we had over 200 intern applications for about 20 intern slots this last semester. And regardless of collegiate affiliation, USF manages and maintains all of that for us. So they've been a phenomenal partner. And I would tell you that even beyond the intern program, they do a lot of their SOCOM and USF affiliated projects right there in our facility. Hackers and makers, probably the most provocative group listed on here. About a year ago, SOCOM came to us and said, hey, we want you to develop a hacker-maker network. I said, great, they're even more insular than SOF, and they're mistrustful of the government. So nothing but tailwinds for us on that. But I would tell you a year in, I would put our hacker-maker network against anybody else's in the nation. What we found is that by and large as a group, they're very patriotic and care about the defense of the nation. And so it's been an interesting ride. We actually had a couple of our folks actually went and sat on the oldest hacking panel in the nation. So a very interesting opportunity. One of the co-chairs of that panel was actually the inventor of Atari Pong. You guys all remember Atari Pong? None of my interns remember Atari Pong, so it makes me feel very, very old. So here's just some examples of some of our acceleration tools and some of the successes that we've had. We don't have very prescriptive processes. We're not trying to fit square pegs in round holes. The reality for us is we're trying to get to yes, a mutually beneficial yes as fast as possible. And these are just some of the tools and techniques that we use, things such as prize challenges and hackathons. And for this crowd, primarily, we're a business, so we move at the speed of business. So we do a lot of research and development agreements, business to business, and move very quickly to get the kit and capability downrange to the warfighter. So where are we at a couple of years in? As I said, again, we're a little over 2 years old. We've had about 1,700 events. For those that are keeping score, if I have 3 SOCOM guys that meet with an industry partner, that's an event. If I have a 550-person expo, that's an event. They're not equally weighted. Each have a different calorie burn, but that's basically our big metric for how we track them. We've had about 27, we've got about 27 active or ongoing projects, and I think that number's growing even today as we speak. We have about 16 that are completed. We've done a heck of a lot more than that, but I would tell you my reputation is pretty important to me. And so I just claimed 16 that are under transition or current review from US SOCOM. So we've had about 13,000 visitors and growing. And the last one I'll leave you with on this slide is actually the ecosystem, which is extremely powerful and beneficial to us. I would encourage you guys, while you're here, please come to our area, sign into our ecosystem. It's how we communicate with all of our partners as to the needs and desires of US SOCOM. But that 8,000, we're not a pay-to-play organization. It's free to join. And that's not a quantitative number, it's qualitative. Our ecosystem is extremely proactive and responsive to SOCOM's needs and the needs of us there at Sofwerx. So this is the individual area mobility system. I love showing this video. For those of you who hadn't seen it, it's a pretty cool capability. This is one of our ongoing projects. This was brought to us under collaboration with a French company. And the gentleman writing that is a retired SF operator that we hired to help us evaluate the technology in the system. This footage is from recent testing in Reveille Ranch, Texas. That particular model will carry 350 pounds at 80 miles an hour for 8 minutes. And the inventor's been clocked on it at 120 miles an hour. So pretty cool stuff. As you're quite aware, we live in interesting times, and no doubt some of our kids and or our grandkids, they won't have cars as we know it. Things like this will be their mode of transportation. So pretty interesting capability. All right, so how can we help? So our number one thing is neutral facilitation. So we've discovered if I have a table and I bring in the warfighter, an acquisition professional, and an industry or an academic partner, and I have them around the table, success looks different to each one of those groups. And so our job is to get to the most mutually beneficial yes as quickly as we can. And we do that really through intellectual honesty and neutral facilitation. So that's a big thing for us. We are non-FAR based, so for those of you uninitiated, the federal acquisition regulations, we are a PIA and subsequently are born outside of the FAR. And so what that means to you is things that you deal with every day, we move at the speed of business. And we're unencumbered by a lot of unnecessary processes. We do have some very innovative agile tools and networks. Teamworks.org is a recent prize challenge that we developed to get after problems at scale. We encourage you, please sign up. It's about 4 months old. We've done several already, and we're continuing to expand that. And the goal is to have a globally effective prize challenge website for our SOCOM counterparts. Again, our ecosystem, please sign in. Encourage you guys to come in and participate. It's how we communicate. It's a very effective tool for us and opens up a lot of opportunities for folks such as yourself. We do a lot of market research as well, which is kind of what makes us a little different on it is everybody can get on Google, but we're looking through IEEE, looking through patents, and then we also look in some non-traditional silos of excellence. With the onslaught of technology, a lot of technology is cross-cutting, and so we pull a lot of that to the left to help our SOCOM counterparts out. The last one is really about, so one of my superpowers is I'm a redneck, and so my staff is always, kind of making fun of my homilies and philosophies. But one is really a lottery philosophy. There's 3 reasons people play the lottery. It's cheap, it's convenient, and somebody always wins. So every day when I come to work, that's what my focus is. I'm trying to make us cheap and convenient to work with and ensuring that somebody wins coming out of there. All right, so how can you learn more about Sofwerx? Today I will be joined by Kelly Stratton-Fikes, who's the Agile Acquisition Director for US SOCOM. She and I will be hosting a group from 2 to 2:50 in room 3 on the club level. So look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much.